Hi, my name is Kibibi Ajanku. I'm a fiber artist, and I always begin my year as creatively as possible. I want to get that momentum going, so I start during the days of Kwanzaa, and I go into the new year making art. It's a metaphor for how I'm going to continue my year. Creativity gives me strength, it gives me power, it gives me energy, it gives me life, it gives me joy. And so, as a fiber artist, I manipulate mediums in in different kinds of ways. Usually connecting to fiber, fabric, dyes, beads. Anyway, these are some of the things that I've been up to since the start of 2021. I have a collection of dolls that I'm working on. These dolls are rag dolls. They've been dyed in my indigo vat. It is a natural indigo vat using indigo plant matter and creatively connecting the past, the energy of the history of indigo and how it is lived in this country with new ways of forming art. So, as you see, my work is ethnically infused. It connects to Africa in many ways. You see cowrie shells, you see glass beads, and even on the back, on the head, you can see trade beads. This is a finished doll. This is one that is a work in progress. She's next up on my table. The other thing that I'm working on, I always tend to work on several pieces at one time, is a collection of small quilts. And this backdrop to this quilt has been dyed also in my indigo vat using a technique that is straight out of West Africa. It is an adire tie and dye technique, traditionally known as adire oniko. This is a piece that is featuring baobab trees. Baobab trees are like medicine. They are trees that are connected to the very spirituality that is the history of Senegal, West Africa. This piece is called Seeds of Life. It's got cowrie shells, it's got beads and seeds from plants that are based in Africa. It's got indigo plant base as dyed in West Africa. This piece I started during the year. I started actually some time ago. It is called Cloud Kicking. Glass tile on board. Lots of blues. Yeah. This is a series that will be 3 in part. It is a bit of a work in progress. This is what the finished piece will look like. However, it still needs to be attached to its pedestal here. If you see, it's called Obia. And it is a 3-part series. This one is part of that series as well. It is incomplete. All of these works connect to my thoughts surrounding healing in this pandemic time, my thoughts surrounding the need for medicine, for vaccine, for whatever our healing energy is, self-care, whether it is to be how we are eating and how we are caring for ourselves, or whether it is to be the way we are relying on and hoping for a vaccine that will keep the world safe. And as in that sentiment, this mortar and pestle is a metaphor for medicine. Medicines are oftentimes ground and mixed, at least traditionally, in mortars and with a pestle. And so all of these pieces, this one included, started in the indigo vat. They were dipped in the indigo vat. So that's the connection to Africa. And that's where that deep blue comes in. Many of them have been then decorated with Ankara fabric, Ankara West African print fabric. Many of them include cowrie shells that are known as richness and money, because they traditionally were used for money. So there's that metaphor for being financially stable, that metaphor for being able to stand on our own feet physically and metaphorically. So these are all pieces that have a connection to healing energy, and these are pieces that I have completed since the beginning of 2021. Again, I am Kibibi Ajanku. I'm a fiber artist, and my work is ethnically charged. It is that connection that reaches into the past. It lives and is manipulated and managed and created in the present. It is a portal and a new way of looking at these things that have touched history as African American contemporary art. So that is our portal and our vision to the future, taking the fragments, pulling them together, and becoming whole again, becoming beautiful again. Peace.